Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with my final post-fight analysis video for INVICTA FC 43 last night. Shout out to Coach Sheldon Harrison. I actually did a commentary with him on his channel. We did a round-by-round commentary on his channel, and we did a post-fight analysis video. But just want to come over here and give you all a post-fight analysis on my channel in case y'all missed it. But yeah, you can hear what I had to say about the fight there. You know, I was calling it with him round by round. Most of the fights, the majority of the fights last night. But yeah, man, Kayla Harrison versus Courtney King. As you know, this was originally the co-main event, but Dakota Ruiz got canceled and this got bumped up. And honestly, man, like I told the coach, I knew this fight, you know, this was just one of those fights that was in Kayla's favor, and he knew that too. I think that, you know, her experience level and momentum was just too much for some of the INVICTA fighters, you know. I think it's just a little too much because, you know, like I said, she's already graduated from the PFL level and she needs to really be challenged now. You know, she's kind of stepped out of the box. And I knew a fighter like Courtney King was not really going to be able to level up and pull out this win if she didn't commit to getting respect with her hands early on in this fight. You know, I knew she had the 5-inch reach advantage, and I know she's a come forward fighter, but the minute it would go to the ground, you know, that was it. And I had Kayla winning this fight, and like I said, she has more experience than some of the INVICTA fighters, but not all. That's why I was saying, like, this was more so a wise choice for Kayla Harrison to take this fight if she was just looking for like a stay active fight, because that's what I think she was looking for. Because when it came down to it, this was just a bloody, dominant second round stoppage for Kayla Harrison. And like I told the coach, I feel like it was a fight that didn't really elevate her any better or showcase her skills any more. So, I mean, her striking looked a little bit better. She started looking a little bit comfortable with her striking, Kayla Harrison. But other than that, her striking was more so impressive on the ground when she had her opponent pinned down and she was in the guard. But other than that, I didn't really see this fight elevating her or, you know, dropping her any levels below than she already was before you know, she won the since she won the PFL tournament. But real quick, man, the first round, Courtney was actually meeting Kayla in the center of the octagon, trying to get her jab going, and she was actually doing well, moving her head early on, and, you know, making Kayla Harrison miss and make her miss a few left hands, because, you know, Kayla's in the southpaw stance. So as she's coming forward, she's pumping her jab and pumping her right hand and making Kayla miss a few times, but she's still too slow. And I think to take away the jab of Kayla, you got to be fast. You got to be able to time that. You got to throw in those leg kicks and mix it up. But Kayla, she's actually mixing in a few good leg kicks and showing a little bit of growth here and there, you know, throwing some good body kicks. But I think Courtney was just too flat-footed, and she was just able to take advantage of that. You know, Kayla's a little bit more lighter on her feet, so she's moving side to side already and just making Courtney King look slower. And with her being flat-footed, she was able to clinch right away and turn it in her fight. You know, she pressed Courtney to the cage easy, got a throw down to Courtney, and in the guard, Kayla's just working. She lands a big right hand and a big elbow that opens up a nasty cut, and the blood just starts pouring. This was one of those deep cuts because the blood just started pouring, and in that guard right there, you can see that Courtney was just, you know, she was just out of it. You know, she was just in there to survive at this point, and she was just eating big shots to the head and to the face, blinded by the blood. But she was still trying to squirm. I mean, eyes closed. She was trying to go in for a guillotine, but really, to me, that was just to try to survive. I mean, with so much blood, it wasn't like she was going to get that guillotine, and this was just an easy round for Kayla. And like I said, the cut really was just ice. It was just the icing on the cake. You know, shout out to the cut, man. I feel like he did a good job of the cut on the bridge of the nose, and it was right between the brow, but it was very deep, and I think he did a good job of stopping the blood. But, you know, the doctors in the corner, they were really looking closely, because even though he stopped the blood flow, it was in a place where it was going to open up regardless. As long as Kayla would touch it, it was going to open up, and that's what happened in the second round. Second round, Courtney King, she tried to punch her way in again, but it was just too slow. Like, the attack that she used, like, she did this like 1-2, 1-2. It was just like punching at the same time she was walking, and there was no like assertiveness behind it. So once again, Kayla goes in for a clinch, takes Courtney down, and in the guard, she lands some strikes and some elbows. You know, she's opening up that cut again. But once again, they get back to their stand-up. You know, she's able to, Kayla actually lets her up because she actually wants to get in another round, I think. And, you know, Courtney, she's really trying to just come in and fight Kayla's fight at this point. Like, she's not really trying to establish the jab and use that 5-inch reach advantage. She's walking forward. You know, like I said, walking forward and being flat-footed is just food for Kayla. At this point, it's just really food for Kayla. So once again, Kayla, she's able to slam her. First, she lands a good left hand, follows it up with a slam to the mat, and Kayla's in the guard again, just busting Courtney up. And inside control, it's just Kayla putting her weight on her, and Courtney getting outworked and get busted up. And we're right back to where we were in round one. Blood's pouring, Courtney shielding. So the ref, he stops it at like the 12-second mark in the round. Like, he doesn't even finish it off because he knows that the same thing's going to happen in the last round. So really, it was just a dominant performance. I mean, the commentators, they say this is a new featherweight to fear. I'm not so sure about that. Like, that's not my, I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm not so sure about that. I really don't feel like Kayla Harrison's like a big threat, even for some of these Invicta FC, the more established Invicta FC featherweights. I think that, she's a very strong physical fighter, and the ground is her home. But when it comes to stand-up, I feel like there are some better fighters that could counter her and jab her all day. But, I mean, she is a promising fighter, but she has a lot to work on. I just think that Courtney was out of her realm. She's been out of the octagon since last year, and this style was just made for Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison, her striking wasn't too effective on the feet. Her movement was okay, and her kicks were good, but it was still all ground for her. She wasn't effective, and she probably wouldn't have got the stoppage until she took it to the ground. And I feel like Courtney King, her style just played right into the favor of Kayla Harrison. So I need to see more of Kayla Harrison. She's 8-0 now. She's graduated from the PFL level, but she needs to fight the best fighters that Invicta has to offer, or go to Bellator, or go to the UFC and try to help them build a featherweight division. That's where the challenges are. And I know she called out Chris Cyborg, so this Courtney King is definitely out of her level if she feels like the Chris Cyborgs are the fighters she wants, that she needs. So definitely a lot of work for Kayla Harrison, in my opinion, still. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this one, guys. Like I said, it was a good night of fights. This was pretty much what I expected from a main event, though. Overall, the card was good. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.